Great to have you here. Welcome to this video, and I believe some of you have been looking forward to this comparison. And here we have the Gyeon Trim EVO. Today we will be sealing plastic surfaces and providing long-term protection, and I have the perfect candidate for that. And as the opponent, we have the Sonax CeramicCoating Plastic and Rubber, which we've already tested in detail. And you've also asked me in the comments, what's going on there? So what's better now, this or that? And to find that out, they will now go head to head. This or that. And to find that out, they will now go head to head. On Peter's motorhome, on the front bumper, completely unpainted plastic. I think this is a really good car to compete against each other. I'm not going to explain everything in detail again in this video or unpack everything, because you already know the products from the other videos. Everything you need to apply it is actually included here, just like it is here. Now we're heading outside to take advantage of the last somewhat warm day to apply both products. Then there's the beading behavior, and then the two will go head to head. Long-term test. This is going to be super exciting. Have fun. So here it is for you in fast motion. So, what definitely worked well is that you needed very little product. There were really a lot of bends and edges here. And with a motorhome or caravan, you obviously have a lot more surface area. So we're not talking about a decorative strip here, but these are really large areas. That's why it's important to work carefully. And here you just need to add 2, 3, or 4 more drops to ensure you have an even coverage. At the beginning, the cloth also absorbs quite a bit. And later on, you'll need less and less product. It's also important to check from both sides every now and then. Of course, defects and small scratches can hardly be covered up with that. Visual differences may occur if material rubs a bush. Pay attention. Has rubbed against a bush or something like that. So you definitely need to pay attention to that. The nice thing about this is that after a short waiting time, you can just go over it again with the cloth, once it has had a chance to air out for about 2 minutes, so to speak, and then you polish it again with the cloth. There are absolutely no high spots or anything like that. It actually helps to go over it again with the cloth to ensure an even distribution. So that worked really well. And if you have any questions, just let me know in the comments. Otherwise, this has actually worked very well. But really take your time. And that's why I'm doing this in a voiceover, because I don't want to talk while I'm applying it. What I definitely noticed right away with the Sonax plastic rubber coating is that with the small applicator, the hard sponge and the soft absorbent sponge, you can really get into all the little corners and edges very nicely. You could also reach the angled areas much better. Even this angle where I'm currently working, that worked really well. You could also reach the angled areas much better. Even this angle where I'm currently working, that worked really well. So I keep saying it, this isn't the first time in a video like this. Sonax should definitely release that as an accessory. I think they're really good. You can definitely use them very well for other things too. You can really take your time here too. You don't have to put yourself completely under pressure. Even if it takes 2 or 3 minutes of waiting time, it's not a problem. So it really worked well. Here you can see that at the beginning it has a slight shine to it, of course. And then we'll go over it with the cloth again. But definitely wait for the specified time here. That worked really well. And I really have to say, in terms of the application method or handling, I preferred the Sonax set here. Of course, you can also get some small cotton pads somewhere and use them to work with the jeans. But I'm only working with the stuff that comes with the kids. And I have to say, when it comes to application, Sonax definitely has the edge here because of the better and more practical accessories for me. But in the end, everything was easy to work with and it definitely went smoothly. So, we've already treated the test areas and now we're going to do a test on the motorhome. I haven't treated all the areas yet, like for example, I skipped the grille and also this lip down here because we want to test which product is best suited for this vehicle first. Because after that we can also treat all the side areas here. The back is all plastic too. So first up is the pure product test here in the front. And I have to say both Sonax on this side and Gyeon Trim on that side really refreshed the surfaces very nicely. Also, as for the handling, you just saw that it's really easy to do and there were no difficulties at all. That's why we're doing this direct comparison test. You can also see here, we can clearly see the difference, but visually, I can't really spot any differences between the two. Both are very strong. Now we've also adjusted the light a bit to reduce reflections while filming. You can see it again here. So for me, when I hold them side by side, what do you think? Do you see the difference? Personally, I don't. Neither on the small screen nor when looking directly at it. No difference. Both products were really nice to work with here, although we preferred using the small Sonax applicator. Especially in the small gaps, and here at these curves it's easier. Then you have to take the suede cloth in your hand or use a small cotton pad or a little mini applicator for the other one. But in terms of processing and look, we can get started now. But then in the next few weeks, there will be a little winter trip, a ski vacation, not for me, but for Peter and his wife. And we will observe that here. But it will take a while because the vehicle will be sitting for at least 4 weeks before we get started. And we will observe that here, but it's going to take a while, because the vehicle will be sitting for at least 4 weeks. before we get started. So don't expect the update to come next week. And we can maybe take another look before the two of them head out. Because from the look of it, you can see here that it has created a really nice image. But you also have to film it in a way that you can see it well. So we've already got some shots of a light drizzle. And there we see on the Sonax side, we have really nice feedback. Let's compare it right away with the other side here, using the solo sprayer. So we can also do this with the other plastic surfaces here on the E. Now let's take a look at the other side. For the Gyeon. I also find that there's a bit less rain here, but we shouldn't be fooled by that. The weather is coming in a bit from the side. That means it's a bit in the wind shadow. That's why we can't compare it directly here. But we also see here, I think, it shows the exact same picture as with the E that we have. Better beading behavior here. A stronger hydrophobic effect than on the Sonax side. That's exactly the same as in the other tests. So here, you can see it now, and then we'll go over there. I think you can see it well, right? If you put the images right next to each other now. But it definitely shows a significantly improved beading behavior. Gyeon's effect is stronger. But I think with the Gyeon, the hydrophobic effect is a bit stronger. Yeah, so I think I'll emphasize that again. So skin trim against the Sonax plastic rubber coating. We're going to have a real durability test over the winter. Have fun, and I'm looking forward to having you all back for the next part, for the first update. But let me tell you one thing, it's definitely going to take a little while. But I think we're all looking forward to the results. Until then, see you next time. Thank you all for watching. Hey guys!